Hello there and welcome. I'm Ole, and if you're new here, I really hope I'll earn your subscription today. Today, we're going to look at this awesome game, RumbleSlam. It was gifted to me by Moans when I was visiting UK Games Expo.
If you love wrestling, it's a ton of fun.
It's like Diet Blood Bowl without the bullshit.
Today, we're going to paint the miniatures inside. Painting these miniatures, I'm going to use some new paints that I got from GoldenMaple. We're going to put them to the test, but I also got some other loot from the UK Games Expo, and I wanted to mention a couple of them. We got Mythical Realms dungeontiles made by Arkham Armoury, and we got some square tiles and hex tiles, and if I remember correctly, they should be able to connect to each other, so that's pretty cool. I will leave a link in the description below so you can go check them out yourself. This was not the only thing I got. I also got a box from MamothFactory with these miscellaneous. Yeah, now I got it correct. And there's 8 of them inside. I'm going to use them in a future project where I'm also going to paint them. So this is very cool, and I will of course leave a link to these in the description below. It's RumbleSlam time, so we better get started. Let's see what's inside the box. This game is made by TT Combat, and it is pretty simple. And as I heard Mike Moans said, this is actually Blood Bowl on a diet. We first got a player mat, and we have some cards, helper cards, initiative card, and here we got the 2 factions that are in this box. Ogres, trolls, halfling, and humans. And then we got the miniatures. This is the human team. We got an ogre, some humans, halflings, and the green bruisers. Oh, this dude needs to be assembled. Oh, and cleaned. I think this is the troll, and we got a couple of orcs. I really like these miniatures. You can see we need some cleaning of these. He's got a tap. Then we got a set of dice. This is a very simple game. You can learn it in 10 minutes, and then you're off having a ton of fun. Tokens, some damage markers. And this is the bases. I actually never worked with acrylic bases before. The rulebook is very skinny and very simple to understand. I have not read it, but I got the best teacher you can imagine, Mr. Mike Moans himself. And if you don't know him, you should go check out his Twitch and his YouTube channel. He's got some very awesome content over there. But we should also start painting these. Here we got the GoldenMaple's 18 color basic acrylic paint set. And I will put these to the test. I put all the paints in this tray for easy access. I have shaken every single paint on my vortex shaker, and then I got this piece of white cardstock and black cardstock. I'll put a drop of each paint and draw it from the white to the black and see how the coverage is. I got this synthetic brush and I will clean it very good for each draw of the paint. First, we got the white, and it looks okay. We can still see some of the white paper and especially the black paper. And then the red. This is critical. Oh, this is not good. What about the orange? The more yellow it gets, the more difficult it is. This is not good. And this picture was the same with the rest of all the colors until we got to the metallic paints. I was kind of surprised how good the coverage of these are. It covers perfectly over the white and the black. And the same thing goes with the gold. And then we get to the black paint and we get the same picture as the rest of the colors. You can see as they're starting to dry up, you can even see the black paper behind the black. And this is not good. I'm a bit scared of using these paint for these miniatures, but I will give them a chance and let's see how it goes. First, we need to assemble and clean up all the miniatures. This is resin miniatures and I have already washed them in my wash and cure station just to make sure that there is no leftovers of any kind of resin. I started cleaning all the miniatures using my side cutter just to get all these supports off. And then we need some sanding. I'm using this articulating sander. It's very effective, but for the fine detail, I needed to use a sanding stick just to keep all the details intact. I've mounted all the miniatures on my caps for my painting handle. I also only primed everything black so we can test out the paint as classic miniature painting. Let's put up some base colors for the skin. I'm using the brown and the light beige. I want to mix them together to get a bit darker skin color as a base color. But here we already got the problem. The paints, they don't mix well. It's like the colors won't combine and they're trying to separate from each other. But eventually I succeeded in mixing them up. And now I'll just try to paint the skin on this halfling. First, it looked like the color were covering the black primer, but as it was drying up, you could just see all the black primer through it and even the brush strokes. I only used the brown paint for this ogre, and now I'll just try to compare it with a camo brown from the Army Painter just to show you the difference between the coverage. Now let's try some of the green skins. I'll use this Comet Streak and mix it with some black paint to get a more olive-like color as a base coat. But this doesn't mix well either. I don't know if it's the black paint that is separating on the miniature or you can see the black primer through it, but the coverage is not good. And if you look at my wet palette, you can see the colors are starting to go back to their original color, like the black and green are starting to separate back into its original form. And if you look on the wet palette to the left, the brown and the beige color, it's just two blobs of its original color. And as I moved on, it was the same result. Now to one of the critical colors, yellow is always difficult, but I really had to try it out. And this doesn't look very promising. I think I will have to do a test with one of my best yellows from the Army Painter. The Moonbeam Yellow is the one that is closest to this yellow color from GoldenMaple. And look at the difference of this coverage. One layer of yellow of each color and you can judge yourself. I just gave up on using the rest of the GoldenMaple paints. It looked like it was the same result all over again. So I started over using my Army Painter Fanatic war paints. And this is the result I came up with on the troll. And with the Army Painter's triad system, I don't even have to mix the colors. I can just dive in and get the color I need to make a nice looking skin color. Maybe the paints from GoldenMaple wasn't that successful, but the brushes, they are just awesome. I really love these brushes and this is basically the only brushes I'm using at the moment. I've used GoldenMaple brushes for over a year now and these brushes are so affordable. I really love the arrowheads like the one I'm using right now. They can contain a lot of paints and they always have a nice pointy tip. We don't need to make any kind of basing on these RumbleSlam miniatures because they are on transparent acrylic bases. I'll use super glue to attach them, and then we are pretty much done. And here is all 10 of the miniatures from the RumbleSlam Starter Set. And here on the left we got the heavy pounders. And on the right, with the blue troll, we got the green bruisers. And on the top, all the Fanatic paints I used to paint these miniatures. Now I'm finally ready to play some RumbleSlam. I also made a box so I can play here on the top. Let me show you inside. All the contents from the starter set will be right in here. We got the player handbook, the game of fantasy wrestling, and then we actually got a box in a box. And this one, I put some leather inside, and now we actually got a dice tray. There's room for the cards, and here we got the final and finished miniatures. We also got a ring. This box I did not show much on how I built it, but I cut out all the parts for this box on my laser cutter, put some leather inside. These ring corners are 3D printed, and these rope holders are 3D printed as well. The rope is just some very strong cotton thread, and you can use any kind of rope you like. I'll leave a link to all my files for this box and 3D prints in the description, so you can just download it and use it as you wish. The top here is also 3D printed, but I also did a laser cut version. This is untreated or painted. It is just engraved with the grit. This one is supported for any kind of light you can put inside the box, and that was why I did the box in a box thing. So you can put some LEDs inside the box here, or flashlight, or anything you got of a light source, and project it on the battlefield. Thank you so much to Mike Moans for introducing me to this game. Thank you to TT Combat for actually making this game. I really appreciate it. It's awesome. Just keep on going, making some new teams and factions and miniatures. I am going to buy a lot more of these. One last thing, we also need to talk about these acrylic paints. I am sorry to say, but for me, these are pretty useless. They separate, they don't blend well, they don't mix well, except for the metallics. I really love the gold and the silver metallic in this. And the dripper bottles are also very, very good. I would love to see some bigger metal balls inside the bottles. And I have talked to GoldenMaple about these paints, and they know that I actually don't like them. I prefer my good old Army Painter Reaper paints, or even my Games Workshop Citadel paints. But GoldenMaple said that they are developing a new formula, and the price point on this is almost only a third. There is 20 milliliters in the bottles. Usually there's only 18 in some other known brands. I'm looking forward to see what they come up with, and if they can make some paints that are actually better than these. However, I really love their Kalinsky Sable brushes. Today I actually received a new set of brushes that I'm going to have a look at in a future video. This is it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and if you already haven't done it, please hit that subscribe button up here, or actually down here in the field down below. Yeah, you know how to do it if you like this video. Leave me a thumbs up and leave a comment on what you think about RumbleSlam. I really love this game, and I hope to get more of it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.
Let's get ready to rock!